What's up, fam? I'm Chappell, and this is Recap Kickback, your go-to place for Black movies, TV, music, and even the WWE. Me and my co-host Mari will be talking about the NAACP Image Awards in this video, so make sure you go in, like, subscribe, and share it with a friend. All right, let's jump in. Mari, I've been thinking about leveraging something of myself for the greater good of the podcast.
I mean, people want to know more. Your last week's top 10 TV shows, according to Chappell, people loved it. They want more. They want to know more about Chappell.
Yeah, I was thinking more like I'm gonna shave my head. How about I
Don't do
shave?
that.
Yeah,
my
how about
God.
I shave my head if we could get to like 5,000
Like
subscribers
all
by the end of
gone?
it.
Like all of it?
So I'm thinking like either like a bald fade, but like a Houston one, not a Dallas one, or hear me out. What if I just do bald? So I was thinking. So I've been putting. It would be the first time I was bald, but anyway, I'm
Well,
thinking that I could do something with that.
you had no
Just
control
as
of the
a
first time.
fun thing. I mean, that's neither here nor there. The point is that
I'm
if we
Googling
could get
Houston bald fade.
yeah,
What
and then
on
versus
God's green earth?
Dallas ball fade. It's just like it's not the same. You don't like it? You don't like
Let
you
me
don't like
Google Dallas
Houston
bald
ball
fade.
fade?
I
Yeah,
don't
I
know,
think I
y'all.
could. I used
I
to have
mean,
okay, first of all, I used to have the ball
what
fade.
is
Let's be very
happening?
clear. I used to rock or like a south side. I used to rock a south side. I really could do a south side. So anyway, I got a lot of hair, y'all.
Okay,
But at the
South
same
by fade.
time,
I can see that.
yeah, I can do a south side.
Yes.
But anyway, the point is, I got a lot of hair on my head, and I would be willing to give that up for a greater good, aka subscribers. So help me get to 5,000 is a lot. Help me get to 3,000 subscribers, and
There
the
you
hair is
go.
coming off. 3,000 seems doable.
Well, I'm a wrestling fan and I love a good hair versus hair match. So,
Mm-hmm.
I'm down with this. But Jesus. Okay. You know what?
You
Yes.
think yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking bald. I really think bald. Like I think if I pop out in the summertime with the like the fresh like the that ski ball, like I'll be in my like
Okay.
Jordan era,
If
really
you
thinking I
want.
can pull it off. We gonna see. I have confidence in the Recap Kickback listeners that they love me enough and my amazing hair to make sure that I do not have to do that. But
I
at the
was about to
same
say, I feel
time,
like this is a deterrent. I feel like people are like, we don't want to get to 3,000 because we don't want to see Chappelle
but
bald.
don't y'all think aren't y'all a little worried that I wouldn't do it? Let's see if I can put my money where my mouth is. Okay, so let's get some
Okay.
subscribers going. Let's see if we can get to 3,000 subscribers. And don't tell nobody. This is a secret. We don't need RHAP and them knowing that I'm going to do this. This is between me, you, and Mari. So if you listen to
Mm,
this, shh, we're just gonna say we're gonna do this on the low, but
I
tell
was
people to
I was
subscribe.
about to make a very old head reality TV reference. I was like, "Do you got the Kim in you? The Chip and Kim Amazing Race
Yeah, I gotta have
in
that
you?"
dog in you. Kim was willing to do it, and they are the winners of the
Love
Amazing Race, I believe. So
love them.
not to spoil
Yes.
it, you know
One
what
of
I'm
my
saying?
favorite
But
seasons.
look, a great tag team, and so like them, I would be willing to leverage the hair. So make sure you subscribe, and if you're listening to this on YouTube, hit that like button, hit the like button, share the podcast, and let other people know that we're here talking about great stuff here on Recap Kickback because we're gonna try to bring you more content this year and make it better, bigger, and better than it was before. Mari, um,
Mhm.
this week there's some wrestling news coming up. We got a pay-per-view
Yes.
coming up.
Yes, we do. The Elimination Chamber, which will be taking place in Toronto, Canada on March 1st, Saturday, March 1st. We will be covering it over on the Wrestling Kickback. Me and Matt, we'll be doing our review show like we do. I think Chappelle, we can do it live again like we normally do. I think, yeah,
Don't bother me none. Yeah, do your thing.
yep. In the Facebook group, Job has a Squadcast Facebook group. Maybe the Recap Kickback one and our YouTube, all that good stuff. We're gonna try and get it streaming everywhere that we were when we were doing wrestling Rehab Up. So very excited. You know, wrestling is like it is my love, but my kids are my first love, so it's so hard to have kids and watch so much wrestling a week. So the pay-per-views and the PLEs are the one thing that I like. I can put time away on a Saturday to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And it's normally an event in our house. Like we all watch or we go to a restaurant to watch. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm always excited around this time of the month. So hopefully like in the summer I might get more time and stuff. But I love Elimination Chamber is always fun. We're still on the road to WrestleMania, and the picture of what they're painting for the big show is coming into focus. So expect me and Matt to cover it as much as we can. Hopefully, we'll have a guest. We will see, but just stay tuned for that.
All right, we'll be
Mhm.
checking that out. So make sure you look if you like wrestling. We got it all here. Matt Mari's going to take over that and make sure that we're all laced up on what's been going on in wrestling and have their big reaction to the Elimination Chamber this year. That is in Toronto. Okay, Mari. First up,
Mhm.
we talked about what we should talk about, and we decided the NAACP Image Awards needs its time.
It does.
Yeah, so I got to watch the awards. I was looking for where it
Mhm.
was streaming, and I guess I didn't know this. I have a BET Plus account already. I guess I have it through like my cable provider or something.
Oh, already? Because I remember you saying you were gonna get it
I'm
a
saying
while
that.
ago.
I be saying
Mhm.
that, but look, here's the thing. I be trying not to subscribe to all these things I gotta subscribe to. Like if I can find it on the dark web in the back rooms, and it's streaming, and I gotta close out 1,000 ads, I will close out 1,000 ads every time. But I felt like it's BT. I gotta show some love. It's the NAACP Image Awards. As a lifetime member of the NAACP, I felt like okay,
Mm.
I can give them a little bit more of my money. So I did, and I checked out the BT.
Love that.
Oh, I'm sorry, the NAACP Image Awards,
Mhm.
and I'm so excited that we got to watch it and talk about it and or get to talk about it because some black excellence at play, Mari, and I've really enjoyed the ceremonies.
Yeah, I got to watch it live because I had like some family over the weekend, the past weekend. Um, but you know how it is when there's a whole
Hmm.
bunch of black folk in a room. It's like I watched it.
I could hear it.
Yeah,
It was on.
I, it was on. There were definitely moments that stood out that I was like, "Oh yeah, yeah." You know what I'm saying? Like we all stopped and watched, but it was it was a pretty good show. It's like coming off the heels of a really, really good Grammys,
Hmm.
those are entertainment awards. Like the NAACP Image Awards is not the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's more of a respectable award show, a more solemn occasion.
Hmm.
So, that might not be everybody's cup of tea when it comes to watching award shows. And I get that. But I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. And so let's talk about some of the winners, some of the snubs, and all of the big things of the night. The first thing I wanted to flag up, Mari, is that
Mhm.
my girl MC Light is doing all the announcing for all the shows now. It seems like is that
Right.
she has we don't talk about this enough. MC Light has like quietly became the voice of award shows across the globe. I wonder if she does the
So
CMT.
CMTs.
Yeah, yeah, the CMAs. Does she do the CMA
That would
awards?
be so funny. Honestly, because her voice is just amazing. It truly is. It is perfect for award shows. Like weird niche, but she feels it.
Yeah, and I was like, I hope they don't have no competition because I would not. The moment I heard her voice, I was like, man, they called MC, so it's got to be good.
Mm.
Um, the host, Dr. Deon Cole. I did not know this man had a doctorate, but he got it from
He's a
Philander
doctor.
Smith. Yeah.
Mm.
So shout out to
He's
that
an
HBCU
honorable.
Love. But he said I went and got my doctorate at a Philander Smith. So I don't know. I have to look. I trust Deon Cole. But
Is it an
also
honorable one? Like a
it might be honorary. Look, sometimes it be honorary, and that's okay.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
yeah,
honorary.
no, it said he's awarded his doctorate degree from Philander Smith College on May 6, 2023. Oh,
In what?
yes, honorary doctorate from our institution. Yes, here it is.
There it is. Yeah.
I found it on the Philander Smith College Instagram page. So that's pretty cool. Big shout out to HBCUs that will get shown some love in the NAACP Image Awards as well. Mario, we
Mhm.
talk about it kind of that we have graduated from from HBCUs, but
Yes.
it kind of brought us here. Like
Oh,
I
yeah,
like
definitely.
when we came up with Recap Kickback and like you as my co-host, it wasn't like, oh, Mari went to a HBCU, so I got to put her on. We just kind of
Mhm.
naturally got like that like shared language, and it might
That
come
shared
from
experience. Mhm.
that asylum that raised us out there at the
Yes.
HBCUs.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's like you don't have to go to the same HBCU to understand another person's HBCU experience. It is
Mhm.
almost universal, um, even though it might vary. Like it's a language that only we can speak almost, and it's just fun, and that's why we encourage a lot of people to consider HBCUs when choosing their colleges.
Yeah, they took a moment out of the award ceremony to really talk about that,
Hmm.
and all the work that HBCUs do in the community, and a lot of the community efforts that they talked about in the award show this time again were surrounding the California wildfires. We talked
Yes.
about it when we talked about our Grammys, and we do have
Hmm.
to highlight it here. A lot of these Hollywood celebrities, black or whatever, they live in that area. This Hollywood's LA,
Hmm.
it's the same area, and so they are affected. And so they did a really cool thing when they brought out some of the people from, and this was new information for me. They brought out some of the people from the Altadena neighborhood that were affected
Mm,
by the fires. 22 residents that lost their homes, and they talk about Altadena as a historically black neighborhood in
yes.
LA. And I was like, okay, hmm, interesting.
Hmm.
So we have heard about people donating and all lending their efforts, and even Morris Chestnut gave this it's like a tribute, I guess, to the residents of that area too. So they touched on
Hmm.
those things, and we got a performance of Lettucey as
Yeah.
well, kind of taking us to
Hmm.
church on that one.
Yeah. Yeah. And we we've seen this theme. It's the wildfires have they've been put out, but it's still rebuilding. People are still recovering. They're still restructuring. I think we talked about it, but I can't believe that if your house burns down, you still have to pay mortgage on it. Like that
Mhm.
is I did not know that until these fires. So, I'm glad that these award shows are still trying to help because it's a big task. It's a big undertaking. It was a lot of like acreage that was burned down in people's houses. It's just so sad.
Yeah, they talk about the Altadena Community Displacement Fund that helps people with housing and legal fees. So if you're listening to this and this sounds like something that you could use, spread the word as well. We want these
Mhm.
services out to everybody so they can get the help. Let us performed Mahalia Jackson song. I think it was How I Got Over, and you
Mm,
know we don't get a lot of gospel representation at the Grammys,
no.
but like I liked that the NAACP awards kind of like you said, it was a little bit more solemn, right? Like
Yeah,
they
somber.
let that ratchet shit go for the Grammys and the BET Awards. Like they gonna handle it. I felt like this was cool.
Right. All award shows can't be the same. They can't be vying for the same performances. They're not all the same vibe. So I'm not surprised here that this
Yeah.
is the direction they chose.
What did you think about Deon Cole as the host?
I mean, like, to me, hosting award shows nowadays, it's just like, is it as big as it used to be? Because it feels like all the presenters are kind of hosting as well. Like, he was good. There was no like nothing really bad that I can think of, but there's nothing I can really distinguish and think of. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like hosting has just diminished a lot. Or maybe it's again because of this style award show. Like when I think of hosts, like a lot of good hosts, I think of like Amy Poehler and Tina Fey for the but that was for the SAG Awards, and I feel like the SAG Awards gives them like a lot of latitude.
It's a
So
little
I
loosey
don't
goosey
know.
over there. It's
Yeah,
kind of ratchet at the
exactly.
SAG Awards too. They be drunk.
Yeah.
They-
Yeah, exactly. So like to me, hosting is never like a big deal. But I don't know. What did you think?
I liked his comedy. I like you
Yeah.
know, you and I talked about the 10 shows that made Chappelle
Yeah.
and or the 10 greatest shows of all time. And we talked about comic view. And I remember Deon Cole on Comic View. So it's incredible
Mm,
to me that he's like somebody who come from Comic View who's now hosting the Image Awards. I'm like, this is
that's
so
true.
cool. But yeah, he obviously talked about how the fires as well. He had made a joke like, you know, they trying to blame DEI and black folks on the fire, but black
Mm.
folks don't really mess with fire like that. We got fire sticks, but that's about it. I kind of like that. He also led everybody in prayer, praying for you know, the Lord to cover us, including covering Kanye West and his wife, who needs to be covered by a bow tie or a scarf or something of that nature. I thought I think he asked, he said, bless the spirit in Kirk Franklin so that he would stop twerking and maybe wear some better clothes on stage, get that
Missed that
sexy
one.
red spirit out of him, I believe is what he said.
Oh my
I think
God.
I think he called him Twerk Franklin. And so
Kirk Franklin. Wow.
Twerk Franklin. And then
Wow.
he
That's
also
funny.
blessed Shannon Sharp with some correctly sized clothes because the mediums are not on the shelves for the guys who would like to purchase them. So look at your
Jeez
face. It
Louise.
was a good prayer, Mario. I thought you
That's
did so
funny.
good. Yeah.
That's funny.
Um, yeah. But we also had some big names and presenters. Now, first, I did not know this. I didn't know Aldous Hodge had a brother, and I definitely didn't know that he was on a crime show as well. This was so cool. Edwin, and Aldous Hodge, the crime-fighting brothers, are up there giving away the Outstanding Actress in a Drama award to none other than the Queen.
Yes. Outstanding actress Carrie is it Carrie Washington that got that
It,
one? Or
it was Latifah, Outstanding Actress in a
oh, the Queen.
Drama. We got
Oh.
Queen Latifah.
Oh,
Yes.
wait. I'm looking at the what is for Equalizer? Yeah.
Yeah, for Equalizer.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
Yep, that makes sense.
I feel like people don't give the Equalizer enough. Queen been holding it down for seasons.
Honestly, I it's so funny because I remember when it premiered like after the Super Bowl, like a few years ago, and I was like, I wonder how long that's gonna last. And it's
Mhm.
still
It's still on. It's still winning
and
awards.
and I've only watched one episode of that show. And it was the one where Jada Pinkett came on when they were like,
Mhm.
"Oh, it's a reunion of Jada Pinkett and Queen Latifah."
Yes, the Set It Off
I love
episode.
it. Yeah.
Um, do you know how many seasons the Equalizer has been on for?
5, right?
5 seasons since
Mhm.
2021. Yeah, the
Yep.
Queen is out here working, and she got honored by the NAACP Image Awards for that. We got Journey Smollett and Chloe Bailey giving out the award for Outstanding Actor in a Drama. And Michael Rainey Jr. from Power Book 2 for
Yeah.
Ghost, he won, and it was his
He
first
beat
win.
he beat Aldous Hodge.
Yeah, beat out of Sergeant Cross. I was like, look, Michael Rainey Jr. been grinding for a long time. Like this kid been on
Yeah,
stage since before he could speak good. He was you
true.
know, he was in Power when he was a little kid, and now he's the face of the show. So, you know,
Mhm.
kudos to him for being a rising star in Hollywood. Could you see him doing movies and stuff in the future?
You know what? I can. I think I'm still it's so weird though. I still see him as like a 15-year-old.
The little kid, yeah, the
Yeah,
little
I
kid. He
know,
got
like, I'm
to
trying to, like, break out of that mold, but his acting has always been good. I mean, good enough for people to hate him so much as, like,
Oh yeah,
Tariq, you know?
yeah. Oh
So
no.
I would love to see him transition into movies. He kinda reminds me of, like, Tristan Wilds, AKA Mac
Mhm.
Wilds, the rapper. Like, Tristan Wilds had so much potential acting wise. He was in The Wire, he was in 90210, and then is like he just couldn't make a jump to the movies. It's so hard for like our actors to like be able to break out, you know? So
Yeah.
I would love that for Michael Rainey Jr.
We saw a couple other wins for Abbott Elementary for outstanding comedy. I think The Bear was nominated. Why do people keep doing this? Stop trying to make The Bear a
A
comedy. It's
comedy.
not a comedy. It's not. I don't
It's
care how
not funny
many.
at all.
It's not a comedy. It's honestly the most stressful show that I watch right now, and I watch The Pit. And okay, so if you could,
Okay, I love The Pit. I
it's
am
so good.
like it is so incredibly good. I
It's so
literally have
good.
just been watching it for like the past 4 days,
You,
just
it's
like
good,
over and over and over again.
but it's better on a binge. On a binge where you could just
It's
sit
so
there
good
for
on the binge.
hours and just like watch as one ends and what like, woo, okay,
I
that's a
love
stressful
that
show.
concept too, like each episode being in real time and the whole season is gonna be over one shift.
Yeah,
which is
like
like
we're like
16 hours.
yeah, because we're 8 episodes in, and I'm thinking, is there gonna be anyway? Like that's a different
Yeah,
that's a
that's a
podcast for a different
oh,
time. Go watch the
but
pit.
and the cast is so diverse. Ah, it's good.
Yeah, it's good. Other winners here, Cross. We talked about that here on Recap Kickback, as well as Abbott Elementary, as I said, and Beyonce, she did it. Cowboy Carter got Outstanding Album of the Year at the Image Awards, which makes sense. You know, it's
Mhm,
Beyonce, and if the Grammys finally broke her off one, the least you could do is pay homage. You know,
mhm.
we got announcement, or I guess another award announced by Laverne Cox and George Wallace from our Clean Slate. And this is the first time that I'd ever seen what Clean Slate was about. I had no clue. I had
Yeah,
never heard of it, never seen these. I was like, oh, what do Laverne Cox and George Wallace have in common? Why are they up here? So I was very
yeah,
excited to go check it out as they nominated the awards in Outstanding Actress in a Comedy. Um, Again, The Bear was there. Shout out to Ayo. Kerry Washington nominated for Unprisoned. Mari, have you ever
mhm.
heard of Unprisoned?
I've heard of it. I've not seen it. I've actually heard it's pretty good.
I mean,
Actually.
yeah, I think it got 2 nominations in the acting categories.
Mhm,
So I'm like, I guess I gotta watch Unprisoned.
mm,
How to Die Alone, recently canceled. How to Die Alone was
mhm.
nominated as well for Natasha Rothwell, and the winner, of course, my girl Quincy. Quincy wins again. I said, okay,
Again.
give Abbott its things.
Can we talk? But can we talk? Okay. Like, love the NAACP Image Awards, love it. But some of these categories, like outstanding character voiceover performance in television, Cree Summer wins. No surprise there.
Duh.
But she,
Yeah,
but
like,
she won. But she won for the Rugrats. Did the Rugrats come back out?
she won
Like,
this year for
she won this
Rugrats. Ain't no wait, what?
Am I if I unless I'm reading this wrong, she won this year for the Rugrats, and I'm
Stop
like,
playing. Maybe it was a
I'm confused.
lifetime achievement
I hope
award.
so. I truly hope so, but it does not look like that. And then outstanding actress in a television movie, miniseries, or special. First, there are 3 actresses nominated from the same movie, The Supremes at Earl's All You Can Eat, which I've never heard of,
Oh, I
but
heard about it. I just didn't get a chance to watch it.
it what okay, I'm looking it up now. But anyways, uh I will probably watch it, but 3 actresses in the same category seems a little much. But the winner of that category, even though there was 3 actresses from the same movie, the winner of that category, Naturi Naughton, love her. We love her.
Mhm.
Former
Lil'
Real
Kim.
W,
Mhm.
Little Kim, and what's her name in Power?
Tasha.
uh,
Yeah.
Tasha in Power. She won for the miniseries television movie special Abducted at an HBCU, a black
Wait,
girl missing movie. And
I
now I'm
watched
like,
it.
well, now I gotta watch that. You watched
I
it?
watched it. Yeah, because my mom calls me and she
Oh
like,
gosh.
"Oh, child, it's a show that you gotta talk about." Enrique Giver. I'm like, "What was it?" She's like, "Abducted at an HBCU." I said, "Mama, why are you watching that? Why?" I said, what difference does it make if it's an HBCU? Why she can't just be inducted at college? Now they got people thinking, oh, I can't send you to the HBCU. They gonna get you, you gonna get abducted out there. I watched that damn
Oh,
movie with
man.
my mama. The whole time she was like, is that what was going on? I said, Mama, stop playing. Tori Nine got nominated for that and won.
She won.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now I gotta watch that. Dang it.
Yeah, it was on Lifetime, I believe, or something like that. Because my mama called me on the
Probably.
phone.
With
Yeah,
that
she was
title?
like, you gotta watch this. I was like, Mama, I went to an HBCU. I don't need to know. Anyway, I looked it up.
Mhm.
Apparently, Rugrats came back out. It's out again.
Insert Titus Burgess gif. What? It
Yeah,
did?
Rugrats is back, baby.
Oh, I
So
love it.
in early September 2015, it was announced on Variety that Nickelodeon may seek to experiment with a retooled versions of the classics, including Rugrats. And so in late February
Interesting.
2021, it was announced that the reboot will premiere on Paramount Plus in late spring 2021. And so it has been on since 2021, and
Oh,
Cree Summer is in the cast.
duh. I didn't watch that. JJ, the computer generated version of it.
I guess if
No,
it's
no,
a
I'm
computer
telling you, that's
generated.
what it is.
Oh,
Yeah, that's why it didn't click because
oh yeah, I'm looking at the pictures now.
yeah, these
It's like almost
kids
like CGI.
Yes, yes, it is. These kids don't like 2D animation anymore, so they put everything in like
These
CGI,
kids don't
computer
know nothing.
generated. They don't. And
These
actually,
kids
we
don't.
watched the whole first season. We would binge the whole first season when
So
JJ was really
is
little.
it the same old episodes but just in CGI, or is it
Uh-uh.
new stuff?
It's new stuff. It really is. It's new stuff, and it is funny because it's like they tweak the characters a little bit. Like Grandpa is a hippie. He's like a hippie. Um, Betty is basically out.
Oh, okay. Where Howard
Yeah.
at?
Uh, I forget what Howard was doing,
Yeah,
but
where Howard at? Yeah,
but
they still living
but
together.
Betty's
Like,
basically out, and
yeah, she don't care.
Dee Dee was like she's a crafter with a she shed. Um,
Okay.
I actually we really loved the first season, and Tommy and the baby's still up to no good.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So
You watched it. It was like what? Now you're
I
like,
totally
oh wait,
forgot,
this
totally
makes
forgot
total
because
sense now.
I was thinking my Rugrats, not
Right, like
his
Chris Summer, you
Rugrats.
still getting awards for this? Oh yeah, his Rugrats ain't the Rugrats. You know what I'm saying? Like
There,
our
there
Rugrats is the Rugrats. We don't know what he watching.
there's a funny episode where they set grandpa up on like silver daters or something like that,
Oh
and had
no,
women come into the house looking like
ready
Angelica was trying to
with the makeup.
like they came done up to the nines. Like Angelica was trying to keep grandpa like occupied,
Yeah,
and so she was on his silver daters or whatever, and she was just like swiping, swiping, swiping. So all these women just started showing up, like trying to hit on him, and he's like, "What are you? Why are y'all here?" And then like three of them came at one time, and so they started like doing stuff for him, like baking him cookies. And
yes.
I'll give it to them. It was good. It was good.
They
Okay.
okay. I respect it. It sounds like it's got the Mars seal of approval, so I appreciate that. Also, I was looking at the cast. A lot of the OGs from
Yeah.
the original Rugrats cast, like they haven't run into that thing that the Simpsons have run into, where the cast has gone a little too
Yeah.
long, a little too
Mhm.
long in the tooth. But yeah, so Cree Summer, huh? I mean, it's Cree Summer, and she's got to have more than just like I feel like she's got like a handful of NAACP awards for this unless they created this just to give her one. She probably got a bunch of these voiceover awards, right?
Yeah, it has to. Has
Has
to.
to.
Can I tell you some
Yes,
of the moments that did stand out to me as I was watching it live?
sure.
Kamala Harris got the chairman's award,
Yes.
and she was there, and
Yeah.
she gave a rousing speech, and it just pissed me the hell off all over again. Because
Mad.
why is this lady not president of the United States right now?
You know why.
Like, I do know why. I
Mhm.
know exactly why. But like, they had a really nice, touching package for her, and then she came up there and was like, "I know it seems hopeless, but we gotta keep going. We gotta be vocal. This is not time to check out." Basically, and I was like, "Damn it!" Like Doug was right
Mari.
next to her too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mari, I put in my notes. She ain't talking to me because I'm tapped out. Yeah, whatever she said, like this is not the time to throw up your hands. It's time to roll up your sleeves. Well, girl, my hands is tired of being up in the air. I'm finna just go chill. You roll up your sleeves for a little bit. I'll call me in a couple years when it's time to vote again. I just really Can I breathe? Can I take a break,
I'm
please?
telling
So,
you. Can we
look,
tag in these white people? It is their
right.
it's their
Somebody else step up. Damn, do something.
because it is hard out here.
Like,
Exactly. But she was so good. She was so great. Looked
yeah,
magnificent. Just spoke so eloquently, unlike
yeah,
a certain orange dictator. It was just uh it kicked me in the guts, to be quite honest.
yeah.
Um then the Wayans family got honored.
Yes.
That was great.
That's the coolest thing ever.
It
I
was.
think
It was
the
amazing. I love seeing it live.
the Wayans family will always be underrated to me. Like always.
Even
Like
when they're getting their flowers.
even when
Underrated.
I was like, this ain't big enough. I was like, what like, like why haven't the Emmys done this and the Oscars? Like
Exactly.
everybody needs to just take a turn just celebrating
I loved
the
it.
family that Keenan Ivory Wayans just led into like this genius
The
comedy
comedic promised
revolution.
land.
Yeah,
Mhm.
incredible.
Mm.
Yeah.
And the tribute was so good. Again, they did their big one with these video packages, like for real.
Yeah.
And then them going up there and them letting them get all that time to talk about. I don't know why Keenan wasn't there. Do you know why he wasn't there? Yeah, I
I have
don't know
no
why
clue.
he. Yeah, he wasn't there. But like Damon and Marlon, they all really like just told his story from like start to finish, and it was just amazing to see them get their flowers. Kim, look at
Yeah.
her. It was so great. It really was. I was so happy for them.
I love the Wayans family for obvious reasons because they
Yeah.
are them. But also, I like when you find a new black actor out on the scene and you kind of squint and you like, is that boy a Wayans? You know, because that has happened to me at least 3 times.
So many
Now, I'm
times.
not talking about David Wayans Jr. because he looks exactly like David
Yeah.
Wayans Sr.
There's
But
another one out there in the wild.
yeah, but I
He
think I
got 3
watched.
names, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I watched the movie Dance Flick right a long time ago, back when they were
Oh,
scripted
yeah,
all
love
movies.
Dance Flick. Yeah.
And like every Wayans is in that movie. Craig, Damon
Mm.
Jr., Keenan, Sean, Marlon. I was like,
Yeah, because Damon Jr. was the lead.
uh-huh. And
Dance
then
Flick was funny.
I think is that a Wayans in Malibu's Most Wanted as well? It's they're just all over the
Mm,
place.
they
And so
are.
it's like you see them and you get so happy. Yeah, Damien was in Malibu's Most Wanted.
Mhm.
And so I love them, everything they've done. Their story is incredible. Keenan Ivory Wayans basically dropping out of school as in the middle of his engineering degree to be like, hey, I want to go do comedy. And his mama being like, boy, you ain't said nothing funny your whole life. This is the funniest thing you ever said. You're
Yeah.
gonna be a comedian. Only to know that this man is a legend in the making. He goes off with Robert Townsend. They leave to be comedians.
Robert
They
Townsend.
go
Oh,
they go and write Hollywood Shuffle, and then I'm gonna get you, sucker, and then
one of my favorite movies as a kid. I've said this. Should not have been
yeah,
watching that.
should not have been watching. I'm gonna get you, sucker, and then
Ooh, I
Fox
gotta
reached
watch
out
it.
to him and said, "Hey, you could do what you
Do
want to
what you
do
wanna do.
in Living Color," and so in Living Color is born, which also births something we talked about recently. The Super Bowl halftime show, because without In Living Color, we would still be doing marching bands and shit at the halftime show. Did you know that story?
No, I didn't know that. Wait, wait.
So way back when the Super Bowl halftime show was all dry and raggedy and XYZ. And so In Living Color was basically like counter programming the Super Bowl halftime show because nobody was watching
Mm,
it. So they go and do this big spectacle during Super Bowl halftime show for like the 13 minutes that the halftime show lasts
mhm.
and just completely suck all the ratings away from the football game for that time period. And so
Interesting.
the NFL responds, or I forget what network, but they responded at the time by saying, "We can't let that happen again." So what do? They book the very next Super Bowl, and it is who? Michael Joseph Jackson. Boom! The
Mm,
Super Bowl halftime
okay.
extravaganza was born thanks to A Living Color. Isn't that crazy?
That is when he did Heal the World?
When Michael came out and stood there, that's what I say. When he stood there, Michael Jackson
Jesus.
stood there and the crowd went wild for no reason. This is 1993, so it's Heal the World, Billie Jean, and
Wait,
Black or White.
there it is. Oh,
And
Michael
that
Jackson?
and that is the Wayans impact. And so, boom, if you didn't learn nothing on
That's
the
so
recap
good.
kickback, I gave you that little nugget. Uh
That
of
was
the Super
great.
Bowl of halftime show aficionado, you know.
Yeah,
So, but
clearly.
but yeah, Low Down Dirty Shame, the scary movies, the white chicks, also you name it. Jim Carrey was brought to us by the Wayans. Uh
Yep.
J-Lo, my
Okay.
couple
Uh,
kisses, you know,
they should apologize for that.
Hello, my name is J-Lo. um,
Oh,
J-Lo, Rosie Perez, like
Lily Perez. Mhm,
Carrie Ann Inaba from Dancing with the Stars. Y'all,
mhm.
give them what they deserve. It was 80% of the cast and crew of In Living Color were women and women of color.
Mm.
Um, and that is just not something that is not done. So yeah, there you go. The Wayans brothers. We could have did a whole
We could,
podcast on
yeah,
them. We might need to.
honestly.
You know,
So yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And then finally, of course, the in memoriam, which I was like, damn,
People go.
because you be forgetting who died, and then you're like, no.
Including John Amos. When
Mm-hmm.
he's in the premiere of Suits LA. So it's just like
Oh.
I saw it. I was like, John Amos on here trying to get a hypnotic advertising deal on Suits LA, and I was like, oh, John Amos is dead. I was like, it's so crazy that he's in the premiere. But yeah, the in memoriam segment always gets me because people die, you grieve, and then you like there's so many celebrities and you got so much going on in your real life that you forget sometimes that you've lost such big names. When I saw Rich Homie Quan, I felt
Rich
to my
Homie.
knees.
Yep, right. I was just about to say it, like,
Fat Man Scoop, James Earl Jones, Dikembe Mutombo, Jacoby Jones. Jacoby Jones. Lou Gossett Jr., Bill Cobbs, famous Amos himself, and my girl, Sheila Jackson Lee with the braid. Lord, she got that braid wrapped around. So Sheila. R.I.P. to DJ Unk as well.
DJ Unk, yeah.
It was a lot. I mean, so many to name. We also got our Quincy Jones tribute. You know, the Grammys did one.
Yeah,
I like this one better.
Yeah, the Grammys were like, "Where the white songs? The white songs." they were trying to
say, bring me Janelle Monáe. I said, no. Janelle did great, but like everybody just can't do Michael like Michael can do Michael. And so they let Quincy Jones, like they did, like you said, a beautiful video package of his stuff, and it was just amazing because you see all the work that he's done in television and movies and music and all that stuff at the same exact time. So there was that too. And then we get some other big award moments. The President's Award goes to my namesake, Dave Chappelle, as he gets awarded for his cultural impact, social commentary, his unique perspective on life, opening America's eyes to a lot of things, his artist activism initiative, and working with spreading awareness and helping with the Flint water crisis. It's Dave Chappelle. He is a legendary comedian for a reason, and they do honor him here. And then, Mari, the 688 starts winning awards toward the end of this.
Because it was a great movie, and we covered it here. If you haven't listened to our coverage, go listen to it. It was great.
Check out our 688 coverage. You see how Carrie made sure she ran back out to thank Tyler, even though she already thanked Tyler.
Well, she made sure.
She made sure. They end up winning she wins for Outstanding Actress, and I believe they won for Outstanding Motion Picture as well, beating Bad Boys for Life, the Bob Marley movie as well, Piano Lessons, and Wicked, Mari, that came up empty-handed at the Image Awards.
Again, yeah. Ebony Obsidian won for 688. That was
that's my girl.
Carrie's right-hand woman, in the movie, I believe. Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. That was such a good movie. It was great. Wicked does keep coming up empty-handed, but I'm starting to think that it's because everybody knows that there's going to be a part 2. It's something I have a sneaking suspicion that they'll get the award for that season.
Oh, I got you. Well, you would not be the only one surprised that Wicked did not win anything, because our big winner, Entertainer of the Year, beating out Kendrick Lamar, Shannon Sharp, Kevin Hart, and Cynthia Erivo, was Keke Palmer.
It's your girl.
Yeah. Look, what we got to do to get Keke on the podcast? I'd settle for LC. Bring me LC for Claim to Fame. That's my girl. LC, you got a permanent seat here if you want it.
Yep.
Come hang with us. Come kick it. But Keke said, I really didn't think I was going to get this award because of Cynthia and her hell of a run that she had at the end of Wicked. Yeah. Great to see Keke.
I feel like Entertainer of the Year to me, like, it makes sense that Keke won. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, to me, that's like cool. Exactly. Like, so I'm not surprised at all.
Keke been getting Image Awards since Akilah and the Bee. She been doing. I mean, she been getting nominated for these awards forever. She got her 8th win. 8 wins for Keke Palmer. It's so crazy to me. I think they dropped. I think Taraji was on stage as well because we had to show love to BET. This is the
Oh yeah.
45th anniversary of BET. When this BET Awards rolls around, they gotta do something. They gotta, you know, come on,
Yeah.
it's 45. You don't turn 45
Mhm.
every day.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Hmm.
We'll see.
Well, we'll see. Yep.
We'll see. We'll be there. They talk about it. We gonna see.
We will be,
Uh,
yeah, we will be there. Yeah, I do want to say you probably didn't see this because I don't because if you watch it on streaming, but they kept playing the commercial um for like this clothing brand, this black owned clothing brand.
yeah, I didn't
And the
see it.
commercial, yeah, the commercial was like these young kids remaking like the end of the road. It was like, although we go to the end of the road.
Yeah.
It was like the kids remaking it for their clothing line, and then the boys to men came in and they're like, hey, what are y'all doing? And
What?
when I tell you they played this commercial at every commercial break, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like I like were there not enough advertisers to buy the spots? Because and it was because the NAACP likes to give money to like black owned businesses, and
Mhm.
this was a commercial for a black owned business, like a black owned clothing brand that they gave one of their they call it scholarships, grants, or whatever to.
Yeah.
But literally, I am not kidding you. We saw that commercial like 5 times. I was like,
Mhm.
what is happening right now? I'm so confused.
Yeah, I did not see that commercial. They had Nathan, Wanye, and Sean on there. That's crazy.
Yes. Yes. And it was like at Wanmo, and maybe it was like his like one of his kids
Oh, it
or
sound like
something.
if it's Wanmo, it sound like his because his name is Wanye Morris, right? So
Yes.
maybe that's or no, it's yeah,
Like
Wanye Morris.
that
So
was
maybe that
like the
makes sense.
tag that they were creating a TikTok. Like I said, they were creating a TikTok, and the Boys Men came in like, "What are y'all doing?" They're like, "We're trying to go viral." Like it's like, what is happening?
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Okay.
yeah.
That's
Well,
it.
those are the big moments from the NAACP Awards.
Yeah.
Obviously, we missed some of the awards that were actually given out. Some of the big names that we saw, Janelle James, Ego Nwodum as well was there.
Mhm.
Devin Freeman from the Democratic National Convention was the one who gave the award to, I guess, Kamala as
Mhm.
well. So we had a lot of big moments, but it was great. I enjoyed it. I thought it was very cool. It gave our people the flowers that we always talk about them not being able to get. And so
Exactly.
I felt like it was time well used on some of the bigger names in Black Hollywood for sure. But that's it. That's the NAACP Awards.
I've been trapped behind this wall, Maria. Isolated like it's North Korea. Smaller city with some bigger dreamers. The wall is cracked, I'm looking in between it. The world is yours, but man, I gotta see it. They say it's hard, but man, I gotta see it. The air I'm breathing can't feel my chest. Wait on life, I wanna hold my breath. I'ma get in my goddamn self.